Hello, my name is Edwin.
What is up, y'all? This is Jeff.
And this is Frantic, and welcome to Tilted.
Not
Stirred.
Nice. We didn't even practice that.
Hell yeah.
Good shit,
Yep.
guys. What up?
Yeah, let's go.
How's your guys' week?
Yeah, we totally played that one cool, huh?
We gotta give ourselves pats on the back every now and then, all right?
Hey guys, did you see that? Oh my
we
god.
did that. We did that. So how are you guys this week?
It's been a lot of chilling, and yeah, job hunting still going.
On the
You got that interview, huh? How'd that go?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I felt sketched out coming out of it, and then I wrote a thank you letter, and I got a
Wow.
notification that they looked at my resume again. So I felt a little more confidence after that.
Interesting. I had never heard of anybody writing thank you letters, but cool.
Man, it's apparently it's a common courtesy thing. You know, you take the time to write a thank you note for giving you the opportunity to be interviewed, things like that.
Ah,
A little
okay.
professional courtesy.
Very nice.
That's pretty hype.
Yep. What about you, Edweenie?
We just had my nephew's birthday party, so that was pretty cool. It was construction themed, and somebody rose the question: what other ethnicity would have a construction themed birthday party?
You know, I thought before you even said that, as soon as you said construction, I'm like, what the hell? What in God's green earth is this?
Maybe he likes Bob the Builder, you know? Who knows?
You know, there's there was like the diggers, you know, you got your excavators. You got diggers and excavators are probably the same machine, but
Everyone's
know what
got
I
their
mean?
hard hats on, or what?
you got the Tonka trucks. What's up?
Everyone had their hard hats on, or what?
No, everybody was just normal, but the decorations were like traffic cones and, you know, the tables were roads, so it was
Wow.
it was cute.
Was there a local construction site by any chance, and missing cones and other signs?
I don't know, but that question made me laugh. What other ethnicity would have a construction themed,
Wow.
you know, birthday party? So that was pretty
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, and I went to several wineries this past weekend. I even had a spreadsheet, so it's for my girlfriend's birthday, and I had a spreadsheet laying out basically everything that we were gonna do in Temecula, and we went to several wine tours, and I went to wineries and all that, and yeah, we're kind of wine experts now. So if y'all ever have any questions about wine.
Yeah, why do
Gotcha.
I get migraines when I drink wine? What's good?
Oh, well, you see, the thing about wine is that it actually has a lot of sugar in it. So if you drink specific wines that are high in sugar content, well, then that's where that comes from.
I really wanted you
really?
to start answering that question and then play the intro music.
Oh yeah, we haven't played the intro music, huh?
Well, you see what happens is that all the sugars and the grapes and the yeasts and the things and the alcohol, yes.
Wait, speaking of grapes, have you guys had those grapes that taste like cotton candy?
No.
Dude, why does this keep happening? Because grapes is never a topic of conversation, but whenever somebody brings it up out of nowhere, it's like multiple people that aren't related bring up grapes at the exact same time. What the hell are these cotton candy grapes?
They're grapes that taste like cotton candy. It's wild.
This is the third time. Like, I've never heard of these things, and this is the third time within 7 days that people have talked about these damn cotton candy grapes, and I am curious.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact name for these grapes. You know, their species or, you know, but they taste like cotton candy. I've tried one and it was pretty lit. And like here's my actually, you know how when you taste something that's grape flavored, purple flavored, like that never tastes like grapes. There is a grape that tastes like that, and that is the Concord grape.
Oh,
It's kind of cool.
Concord.
Well, wasn't that the thing
Sounds
with banana
familiar.
flavored candy? Is
Yep.
that it's based off of what bananas used to taste like, the ones that went extinct?
Yep.
What the? Wait, so wait, why did
So
they go in?
so bananas got a virus. Bananas got a virus that entirely just wiped out the entire banana industry because they were just a strand of banana. And then because of that, they had to create a different type of banana, which led which is our type of banana right now, that
Huh.
lost all of its flavor, but it gained some durability.
That is interesting. I've never heard that ever.
Yeah. It's a very interesting story.
I learned that from Reddit, so take that with a grain of salt.
Hey,
I-
Reddit. Without Reddit, this podcast would be lost. Okay.
I listen to a lot of food and history based like podcasts and stuff. So yeah, that was one of the podcasts, the banana podcast.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
Very cool. Well, let's if nothing else, let's get into the news. So, the first part of news here is a little sad, and anyone who follows basketball, and I think this stretches more than just basketball too, but Bill Russell, probably one of the most iconic basketball players in terms of just being like the most winningest player ever. He had, over the course of 13 seasons, he won 11 championships. Imagine that. And yeah, he passed away. And they named MVP trophies after him. Like, he is the icon of the NBA. He's always at like the most important games, and more than just a basketball player, he was a civil rights advocate, and overall just like a historic figure. And he passed away this weekend. So very sad. I haven't seen a whole lot of news come out of the NBA, but I'm sure that they posted a lot of stuff about it. But yeah, that's a bit of a sad news there. What do you guys think?
It was always nice to see him on the sidelines whenever All-Star games were around or something like that, Yeah, legends are getting older, man. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it does kind of mark that, like, I mean, we already had the passing of Kobe just a couple years back, and Bill Russell passing it's just another one of those, like how you just said, that the legends are getting older.
I just suddenly had that feeling of when Kobe passed again. I was just hanging out, and then I was watching NBA videos. And I saw Kobe in one of them, and I was like, oh shit, fuck. It just hit me all over again because it's just so recent,
Yeah. So just a little bit of history on Bill Russell. So Bill Russell, he played center for the Boston Celtics in 1956. So a lot of our parents weren't even born, I think, in 1956. And he redefined the game of basketball. He was one of the first black players that played in any professional league. Back then, Jackie Robinson, he paved the way for a lot of black athletes, and Bill Russell was one of them. And he even became the first black head coach in the NBA, he was kind of a head coach. He was a player coach. So back then there was such a thing as a player coach where you would play and you would also coach the team. So that was kind of interesting. And as I mentioned, he won 11 championships. No one's come close to that. Not even Michael Jordan, who has 6 championships. Well, Bill Russell has 11. So if the GOAT conversation is who's won the most rings, then look no further than Bill Russell. And as I mentioned, he was an outspoken advocate of civil rights. He marched against school segregation in Boston, and he even stood by Muhammad Ali back when he refused to fight because of religious beliefs and just because of all the blatant racism that he didn't support. He wasn't about to go fight for a country that still favors segregation and Jim Crow. But yeah, it's sad, but there it is.
He lived a full life too, so
Yeah, he was pretty old. I think he was 88.
88.
Yeah.
Yeah, 88.
Yep.
Well, may he rest in peace.
Yeah. In many ways, he's a bit of an American hero. And the next piece of news is
I guess. Oh, hold on. Before we move on to the next
okay.
one, I work up in one of the places that I work at is San Jacinto, right? And right next door is Idlewild. Idlewild is it's an incorporated kind of territory that had a dog as a mayor.
A dog?
Yeah, they had a dog as a mayor.
Wow.
It was like a celebrity in Idlewild, right? Ryan Reynolds has a commercial where he shouts out Mayor Max, but Mayor Max just passed as well,
With
So
the dog?
yeah, it just passed this weekend, and it's one of those things that isn't as crazy, I guess, but because I did work in that area all the time and everybody talked about Mayor Max, it's kind of weird to kind of just hear that just happened this weekend as well.
Tragic.
Super tragic, yeah.
Yeah. So all the dog lovers out there, I'm sorry for your loss. But yeah, so my super cool segue between like the contrast of American hero and then American not such a hero. So as we know, back in January 6th, we had a lot of
God damn it.
freedom fighters.
we had a lot of patriots, quote unquote patriots, basically stormed the Capitol and fuck shit up. And it was a disgrace and a huge embarrassment. And you can use all these other words to describe what it was, but it was pathetic. But anyways, so the first of all the folks that are being charged for all that, this guy by the name of Guy, which is already like, I don't know why people call their kids Guy. That's so weird, but. So this guy's name's Guy. He was found guilty on 5 felony charges back in March, but he finally got convicted today, I believe, August 1st, and convicted for 7 years. So some of the charges include obstructing Congress certification of the 2020 presidential election, carrying a .40 caliber pistol during the riot, and 2 counts of civil disorder. And to Guy's credit, he didn't go inside, so he's not one of the worst ones, but I mean, it's still pretty bad. So I did a little bit of digging, and this guy was he's basically like the stereotypical, like those folks that are on like Facebook spreading like misinformation and like trying to gather folks to like go do this riot thing. This storming the Capitol. And so even though he apologized to the judge and like basically like said like, yeah, I was stupid, and he basically just asking for forgiveness, the judge basically said like she doubted his sincerity. That because during his jail time, he had raised funds off of his incarceration. He released politically charged statements, doubling down on all his claims, and he even um, basically dictated a manifesto to his family by phone. So
All right.
interesting guy, really interesting guy.
Yeah, guy was
And
an interesting guy.
guy was real interesting. And yeah, to no surprise, he repeatedly described himself and other rioters who stormed the Capitol as patriots.
Of course.
And the judge, well, straight up just said that their behavior was actually the antithesis of patriotism. So a slap in the face. But yeah, I mean, this is just gonna be the first of many convictions that's gonna go down. 7 years, is that enough, or is that because so this is some people on Reddit, and I didn't completely go through to make sure that this was true, but a lot of people were saying it was. Is that that guy threatened to shoot his kids if they turned him in, and they ended up turning him in anyway. So
Oh, jeez.
if that's how he got put in jail in the first place, because his kid said, "Man, fuck this guy. He's a pain in the ass."
He must be a real piece of shit then.
He must be a real piece of shit. Yeah. And
All these
so,
people got misled. I mean, yeah, you make your choices at the end of the day, but they got misled by one person, and this person's just out and about hanging
he
out.
is scot free. You were correct.
You know, they all drank the Kool-Aid, and now everyone's paying for it. All these people are paying for it. You know,
I'm just curious what the shaman and that podium guy are gonna get.
Oh, the guy who put the guy with the horns and
Yeah,
everything?
the guy with the horns.
With the buffalo?
Yeah.
there was a guy
The
that
Q shaman.
didn't a guard get attacked actually?
Yeah, he shot someone, didn't he?
I don't know the full details on everything. It's all a blur. The news cycle is just so fast.
Yeah, like they were coming at him, so he like shot a woman and then she freaked the fuck out.
I faintly remember
I think-
something like
yeah,
that.
I think it was something like that. And I don't know, this could be completely wrong, but I think I remember reading something about how one of the guards ended up killing themselves shortly afterward.
Well, damn. He couldn't bear the amount of patriotism.
Guess not.
Such patriotism.
Oh, maybe we should have maybe the joke. Yeah. Man, that was a shameful time in our history, I guess. And
Yeah.
but I mean, I don't want to like my intention was not to defend these people, but I'm just saying the main fucking guy is still out there just living scot free.
He handed
That
out the
shit's-
Kool-Aid, and they all got drunk on it, and he has
Yeah, man. Like,
no repercussions, I guess.
it goes to show how the rich just morality is just a construct for the poor. You can just be a complete and utter piece of shit. Whatever happened to those fucking Epstein people? Weren't they gonna release a fucking list and all these motherfuckers are still out there? God.
I mean, who knows? Who knows? I
think it just disappeared, dude.
I
Never
can
existed.
imagine there being a lot of like backroom deals where they turn themselves in like other ways, or like not publicly shaming them, despite they should probably be publicly shamed. I can imagine there being backroom deals and them getting away with like quote unquote kind of getting away, but like not like paying something.
Getting a slap
Or-
on the wrist.
Yeah, I don't know all the details. But yeah, 7 years. You think that's enough, or is that too much?
I have no clue how to quantify this. It's such a strange scenario that's like never happened before.
It's so odd, right?
Well, some people get less than 10 years for killing somebody.
But this is like open rebellion. This is basically treason.
Yeah, but taking somebody's life is the most heinous thing you could do. Fuck a government.
Yeah, the laws are fucked. Then we need to like review everything, because so like back when we were talking about all the abortion stuff and how if a doctor performs an abortion, they get more time in jail than someone who actually murders someone.
Mm-hmm.
Like shit like that is just backwards. So definitely 7 years seems fine. I mean, it's the judge deemed it so. So I'll trust that judgment. It is bizarre though, like attacking the Capitol. Like what is has that happened before, and what was the convictions back then? Not sure.
Yeah, it's something that we don't have at the ready.
But
But
yeah.
goddamn.
So let's go ahead and go to the topic for today, Edwin.
You arrived at this topic when I was trying to find hiking boots. You know, my hiking boots were torn to shit, and I really need new ones. And I was like, let's read some reviews. Let's make an educated purchase. This educated purchase was dragged on for like a week of me looking at different boots and looking at all the reviews. And I realized how inane, how stupid, how bloated these reviews are. While someone can give you a legitimately thoughtful review, someone will just say the color shoelaces of this boot, I don't like them. 1 star, and it, like, if you were to just look at the reviews of the boots themselves and see that they're average, you look at the average. Oh, this is a 5 star boot. This is a 4.5 star boot, and this one is a 4 star boot. You realize, you can weed stuff out that way pretty well. Whereas opposed to all of those negative reviews for inane shit add up. And I realized how stupid it was for me trying to sort these things out. How do you guys look for a review? What are the necessary things that you do? I know that you don't go based I know I don't go based on 5 star reviews right away. I do 4, maybe 3, and I look at that. But I also don't go and look at the 1 star reviews either. So, what is your guys' strategy or the necessary information that a review has to have for you to take it seriously?
So I'll speak to my experience. When I bought my PC, all of my reviews came from dedicated tech YouTubers. Because the community is stupid. You can't trust anything they say. These people dedicated their life to do the research for me. Why would I trust someone who's out there posting, oh, these fans are too loud, and they don't know how to turn them down? Like, why am I going to trust this guy when I can go to the people who actually know what they're talking about?
Yeah,
A lot
I
of
mean, the
PC stuff. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that the professionals and the tech tubers, I mean, they're benchmarking the product. Like they're not just giving like, yeah, I like this one, it looks cool, and looks like it works good. So yeah, 10 out of 10 would recommend. Like they actually go through. They have several benchmarks. They have performance. They have temperatures. They have noise. They have a shit ton of parameters that they use, and yeah, I when it is time to purchase something in the realm of technology, then I definitely do look to YouTube and professional tech tubers that make a living off of this, and make a decision that way.
There's a lot of tribalism as well when it comes to like technology. If you ask word of mouth, people who aren't trained or, do this thing for a living, oh, get the iPhone. It's really good, dude. Like, it's
It
the
is.
best phone out there.
It is.
Oh, get the Samsung Galaxy, fucking iPhone. It like people make emotional decisions based on what tribe they align with. And one big one is AMD versus Intel. A lot of in PC people are just like strictly on the AMD trench, or I'm strictly on the Intel trench. Don't look any further,
Yeah.
So,
I'm on team price per performance myself.
Yeah, what I will say about I don't know if this applies to all tech tubers, but definitely the bigger ones that are all about PC parts and PC just overall. A lot of them lean both, like they're kind of objective. I don't know if they're getting paid in the back or not. Like they say they're not, so I'm gonna trust that they're not. A lot of them are very fair, and And then in terms of like what AMD versus Intel is, generally it seems like Intel was always the one that was dominant in the market, and over time, even the tech tubers, they all noticed that AMD has consistently put out a product that's better and in a lot of ways cheaper and more efficient. So lately, all the recommendations have been towards AMD, and I'm sure that once Intel picks up their shit, then they'll recognize that, and they'll let everybody know as well. So I understand what you mean by bias, and you might stumble upon a channel that only bashes on iPhones and only supports Samsung, for example. Like, if that's the kind of content that you like to watch in order to reinforce your purchase, then I mean, do whatever, do whatever makes you feel good, I guess.
So what's the necessary information you look for in a review? When you, let's say you're gonna buy something, what do you look for?
In technology, it's the YouTubers, and just day to day random crap I purchase a lot of stuff on Amazon, for example. You said you avoid the 5-star reviews. I actually read the 5-star reviews because from my experience with a lot of products is that a lot of the times people leave reviews if they're angry and don't leave reviews when they're happy. So when there is a happy review, it's like, okay, like either this person is trying to become like an Amazon reviewer, and so they just review everything they purchase, or there's someone who's actually really happy with this. And so that tells me like, okay, this product is good enough to make someone write a review.
A lot of 5-star reviews are also could be bought though. You know, for a lot of products on Amazon, a lot of them are fake bot reviews as well.
Edwin, are you accusing a corporation of nefarious deeds?
Yeah, there's a lot of like sketchy stores that go through Amazon that sell you inferior products, but they're the recommended one for whatever you're trying to buy, but they're just a knockoff of the actual product, right? And they have better reviews, and all of them are, ranting and raving about this thing, but they could be just very well bought off reviews. So,
I mean, I've literally gotten like little cards in them. Like when you order a package from a third party, I've gotten like a little insert that says, "Oh, leave us a 5-star review for $5 off your next purchase." So it's not just bots that are getting the reviews; it's literally paid advertisement.
yeah. So it's a lot of it's so much to sift through. While I was going through the strive for buying these fucking boots, and I told you guys, do this little experiment. Let's look up something that we know, full heartedly, that we know, that we worked with, that we understand, right? Pick out your favorite review for that thing, right? So what did you pick, Jeff?
I picked a Steam review for Terraria, one of my favorite games.
You explain Terraria again for people who aren't familiar?
It is a video game where it's basically survival crafting in 2D. You kind of dig, explore, build, craft. Oversimplification, but that's the gist of it. So the review, this guy is a not recommended review. He has 1,274 hours on record. And his review is, "This game is terrible. I keep opening it and playing for 8 hours straight accidentally."
Hey, that's just sarcastic.
Yeah, but it's a negative review.
Yeah, it's still a negative review that still goes into the metrics of being negative.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, because it's not recommended by him.
Yeah, that does affect the game. Well, at least like the overall recommendations.
Yeah.
If enough trolls do it.
Even with that, like let's say like in the video game medium, a lot of reviews are left at the very beginning when a game comes out, when the hype is around, right? and people leave reviews if a game needs fixing of certain things, right? The game evolves and changes, but the review remains forever as a negative review. People never go back and change these reviews, even if they fix the thing that they had the most issue with.
Because most people don't go back and play the game again.
Or even if they did come back, or even if they did stay, right? They don't go back to change that review. And that review stays.
I feel like that's deserved. Honestly, if you're gonna be putting out a shit product at launch, then that you deserve that permanent black mark, regardless of if you're gonna go back and fix your mistakes.
Yeah, and I mean, there's also like review trends as well. Like especially on a game, especially in video games where it's kind of like a live service product where they're continuously patching it and fixing bugs and adding new content to it. So reviews, perhaps you'll see a lot of negative reviews in the beginning, but over time it kind of tends to balance out. If the game fixes itself.
A big example is what No Man's Sky. Do you remember when that game was announced? They sold the game as one of those infinite games that you'll never run out of things to do. That the game is going to be there for you and your friends to play through infinite possibilities of these crazy worlds that you can name the things you find and you can do all these things. And the game came out and it was none of that. So, the video game world was at a complete meltdown. People who were doing news for video games, journalists, everyone decided to, collectively dunk on this game. This game was the epitome of what you shouldn't be in a gaming sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now this game is genuinely a good game. Now this game has turned it around after years of development, after years of work, and they have brought back that game from certain death, right? It was just absolutely roasted by everyone. It was everyone's favorite meme just to dunk on. And now it's a good game.
Yeah,
right?
now
So
it's,
does it?
Now it's one of the greatest comeback stories in gaming. So whenever a shit game comes out, then usually some people might say, "Oh, well, it might have a No Man's Sky recovery," or "Oh, it might pull a No Man's Sky." Like basically saying like the game's shit now, but it might get better later. And so it went from being a meme to like almost like a badge of like hope.
Yeah, but okay, so this, like, if we're speaking strictly on reviews, right? The amount of negativity that game got at the very beginning is not what we see now. That negativity is subsided. Some people may even have forgotten what happened with that game, right? Or people may have not even known, right? But this game is at a good spot right now. You look it up, you look at the reviews, they're generally positive, right? So I've lost my train of thought.
Are you trying to say that all the negative reviews from let's say 2 years ago, 3 years ago, all those negative reviews should be removed because that's not where the game is now?
It isn't the most relevant information, right?
But if people don't know how to sort by most recent, then that's entirely on them.
I think Steam does it by itself, right?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. They do have like a sort by most relevant function.
Yeah, I think those kind of reviews should stay. And I mean, as much as I want to argue that, like if you keep negative reviews from the very beginning, it'll actually kind of motivate companies to not come out with shit games and all this stuff and make them better later, because of the huge video game trend right now is to come out with the unfinished game and then patch it, and basically everybody that buys it becomes a beta tester because the game's actually not officially released. And once they fix it, now they're like, look guys, we made a great game. It's like, yeah, but we played the crappy version of it for the past 2 years.
Yeah, and now we don't want to play it anymore.
Yeah, so like as much as I want to argue that companies should be held accountable and have those negative reviews at the start, and that might make them want to put out better products. Like that's not really the case. I think that review should just be there because that's just what it was back then. Your review is like a stamp of how it was on that day. It's like as if you go to Yelp and the people that had a negative experience yesterday, but you had a good one today, you're trying to discredit the person's yesterday. Like just the restaurant performed poorly yesterday, but it did better today. So now we're at 50-50.
But the level, okay, I mean, what I'm trying to refer to is the level of entitlement that goes into some reviews, right? And gives a negative mark on whatever was experienced, right? You brought up Yelp and restaurants in general, right? Shit happens. We all know shit happens, right? A restaurant runs out of a certain ingredient, right? And this person goes in and it's like, hey, can I have this thing that has this ingredient? And the restaurant doesn't have it. Suddenly this bitch fit just goes on and negatively impacts somebody's livelihood by review bombing the restaurant, right? Or something like that. There's so many different ways a customer can have a quote unquote negative experience based on entitlement. Should those things be held with the equal weight as somebody who's spent the time, looked at something, and made sure that this is a quality product that they are investing their money in?
I mean, that's one of those things where you kind of just have to take the time to read through all the reviews. If in a sea of positive reviews you get the one person who had a negative experience, then that's where you have to weigh the cost there, right? But like you said, if they're review bombing it, then it's kind of hard to do that. But if it's just one individual who's having a bitch fit, then it's like, you have to be able to discern information properly. If you can't do that, then I don't know.
So is that on us as a society, or is that like at what point do we stop putting so much weight on people's opinions?
I don't.
Is that just on the individual?
Yeah, that's on the individual. Like, I personally don't. Like, I have the things I care about, and I will purchase those things. And I have, reviewers that I trust. But then there's, like, other things that I don't. I just go out and buy because I go off of my opinion. I see trailers for video games, and I'm like, okay, this looks good. I'm going to buy this. And I just kind of ignore the rest, I do that with TV shows, too. I don't buy into hype. I just kind of buy into it. Take a leap of faith,
What are you going to say, Frank?
So the product that I looked up, so this is the Shin Ramen. I don't know, have you guys ever had Shin Ramyun?
Yeah, it comes in the black cup. It's a black.
It could either come in a red bag or in a black bag, depending on how bougie you get. So this is my favorite, like, instant ramen noodles, and people can say whatever they want. It's what I like. It's better that it's like a tier above, like, Maruchan and cup noodles. So anybody who still eats that is like, I don't want to say anything, but y'all broke. So you eat Shin Ramen, right, and you enhance the quality of your life, right? So I know it to be very, very good. I go to Amazon, and just for the sake of, like, the episode, I'm like, you know what? I don't even know what the stars are on this. Let me look at it. It's at a 4.7 out of 5. So I'm like, okay, cool. 84% of people are correct in giving it 5 stars. So faith in humanity partially restored. But I go to the 1 star here. 2% of people give it 1 star. A lot of the reviews here are saying that the packaging was damaged, and they arrived open, and okay, whatever, it is what it is. Some person here gave it a 1 star, saying that this packaged ramen is good. I purchased it back in January for $16 for 20 pieces. Now it's double the price. This is robbery. So 1 star because the price went up. Okay. Another one here, and this one was probably one of my favorite ones. I was very disappointed with this product as it was incredibly spicy for me and the flavor was not very good. I also did not realize I ordered a pack of 20, so I'll have to donate these to a local food bank or something. Even if you are into super spicy, this was disappointing in flavor as well, would not recommend. So it's funny because one, these are advertised as spicy, and they were in fact spicy, but now they're giving it a 1 star because it was too spicy. And they also they ordered a pack of 20 without realizing there was a pack of 20. So I already know that this person clearly does not know how to read and know what they're buying. So they're upset that not only is it too spicy, but that they have way too much of it now and they're going to have to give it away. The these kind of reviews are I read them only kind of just to have a little bit of fun because I know these are to be the best. So, it is what it is. But reviews are a joke for the most part. I don't really read them. I more of just like use them as a metric to kind of give an educated guess as to like, okay, I know nothing of this product. I see it's a 4.7 out of 5. You know what? If that many people think it's decent, I'll give it a shot. That's basically as far as like reviews go for me.
You see where it generally trends, 5
I
stars.
just use it as a trend. Yeah, I don't. If you go in and try to read what everybody's experience was with this thing, I don't know. I understand you're still, even if you're just looking at the trends, you're looking at, if you're looking at the trends, it's still taking other people's opinions. But I feel like at some point you just have to try things yourself. And unless it has like an overwhelming amount of like below 3-star reviews, then you should probably try it. Like come on.
So you just reminded me of one of this was a while back. I was looking into the Legend of Zelda has a manga series, right? And for whatever reason, I decided to check out the reviews. And one of them was like, "Oh, I bought this. I'm very disappointed. I bought this for my granddaughter, and it was printed backwards, and I was very much upset. And now I have to order a replacement for this. I hope it gets here in time."
No.
I thought that was the funniest thing ever. So for those who don't,
yes.
for those who don't know, Japanese manga is printed from right to left. So naturally, it's backwards relative to us. But, that's how it's printed. It's literally read from right to left. So the book is printed right to left.
The spine of the book is going to be on your right-hand side as opposed to your left-hand side.
Yeah.
So the review was that this product came in
defective
backwards.
Yeah.
let me reorder.
That was the funniest part, is that she's gonna reorder it and have the same issue, and that was the funniest thing to me.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, I just don't give. I don't give too much weight to these. Like I mentioned Yelp earlier. If this restaurant has more than 3 stars, like I'm not gonna look into like, okay, well this one has 4, this one has 4.5. Like, oh, let me read the reviews to see which one I should go to. Like, I'll just pick one and go make my own opinion of the place.
See, with restaurants, the real review comes when you look at the door and see the rating. If they have anything lower than an A, you know something's wrong, because you have to fuck up a lot to get anything less than an A.
I've eaten at B restaurants, bro. Like, I don't automatically discredit just because it's a B. If it was an A in the past and it's a B now, it's like, it's okay, man. Y'all get your shit together, I believe. or do you just like, it's a place that you like and you see it's a B now, you're just like, and you just leave?
These people stop cleaning their shit.
Bro, it's never clean. It's only clean when the inspector comes in, let's be honest.
Day of.
Oh, man. As someone who's worked in food before, yikes. That's all I'm going to say.
I was trying to look for a Haribo gummy bear review, that um there's a sugarless version of the Haribo gummy bear that gives people diarrhea.
Ooh, laxatives, nice.
Yeah, so I was trying to find if I could see if I could find the reviews on that and bring that to share, but unfortunately, I was not able to bring that up.
I brought
But
up laxatives. So on my trip to Temecula this past weekend, my girlfriend was saying that one of the things that hotels do is that they actually put laxatives in the breakfast. So like the breakfast eggs, for example, so that when you come down for breakfast, like the complimentary breakfast, that you'll be able to go so that well, because you know how sometimes like you might be shy to take a dump somewhere that's not your own home. And so this laxative will basically allow you to like basically go and you'll overall have a better experience because I don't know if about you guys, when you guys feel constipated, it's very hard to enjoy things.
That sounds
that's
incredibly illegal. You're
It
basically drugging
sounds
people.
it's interesting. I cannot confirm this, but it made a lot of sense, and I'm like, you know what? If it is true, then you know what? There it is. They're
that
drugging
sounds
us.
iffy. That sounds real iffy.
I can look this up real quick, actually.
Can't you like kill someone with that? They eat too much. Just straight up dehydrate them.
You ain't gonna eat that many breakfast eggs, bro.
Hey, challenge accepted, brother. Fucking love eggs.
Jeez, that's interesting, man. They're just making that decision for you, huh? It's like, hey, you had
They're
trouble
helping,
shitting.
dude.
Even what if you didn't have trouble shitting? You're just gonna shit.
Nah,
you're
man,
just-
that's some. They're drugging you. They're knowingly drugging you. I don't agree with that. That can't be true.
If somebody knows
that
this to
can't
be
be
true
true.
or not, please let me know. It could have been my girlfriend just pulling my leg.
Or maybe
Maybe she was just pulling my leg. Who
yeah,
knows?
That's kind of funny though.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
They're just gonna make that executive decision for you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're
let me
taking a
just.
dump
I'm gonna
today.
write a review
Come
on
hell or high water.
the hotel I stayed at. Not enough laxative in the eggs. 1 star.
I didn't shit enough.
Yeah. I'm actually incredibly shy. Like it took me a while to be able to go at school, and then once that happened, like at Cal Poly, right? At the university level, once I got comfortable enough to go, I would go a lot. But man, it took me at least 2 years to get comfortable, and I was a commuter, so imagine going and like basically holding it the whole day because you just couldn't do it.
You guys are cowards, bro. My stomach is a steel trap. All right.
Yeah, Jeff doesn't go anywhere.
Nope. My
Oh,
stomach
so you
is a
just
steel
don't,
trap.
so I'm
dude.
a coward, but you just don't go.
Nah, see, you don't have control over your body, dude. That's what it is. You let your body
Damn.
dictate when you use the restroom. Nuh-uh. I do
You're
that.
weak.
Oh
weak.
shit!
I
I'm
do
mentally
that.
weak.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn. So I find, through trial and error, I find the restroom that gets the least use, or the restroom that gets the clean like the most. So through trial and error, I found that in the third floor of the library at college in my university, that restroom was used the least. So I would go up there and use the restroom, do my thing. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, kind of find little places of joy. Imagine if they leave reviews on restrooms.
I think
They left reviews.
doesn't
Oh,
like
man.
one of those travel apps have that? I think Waze might have that, where you can review like bathrooms at gas stations.
Wow, that's actually really convenient.
I don't know
Holy
if it's
shit.
Waze, but I think there is an app that has that.
This restroom had a little hole that I can see through.
Yeah, that way I know
Boy.
that way I know if there's a friend in the stall next door.
I mean, if that is true, then that's actually super convenient. Because for guys, you just kind of like pull it out and you just do your business. But a lot of the times for women, it's super sketch going into like. I feel
What
bad,
about-
honestly. Like when,
Dude, what about guys who wear rompers? You know, you gotta keep those into
hey,
consideration.
you
too.
know what? You're right. I shouldn't discriminate, but like I feel really bad when girls have to go into porta potties to use the restroom. Like I genuinely feel super bad for them because I can't even imagine the horrors. Like I already hate being in a porta potty, and I just do my business and try to get out as fast as I can. You know, not really try
I-
to look around too much and how clean it is, but when you actually have to kind of inspect how clean something is.
That's true. I kind of hold my breath the entire time I'm using a porta potty.
He comes out, kicks the door open, and everyone's
Yeah.
like, "What's wrong?"
That's exactly how that goes down.
Oh man. Well,
I mean,
anything else?
I don't know. I think that's it. I think we talked about how we consume reviews and stuff, and I think it's very healthy to kind of just be able to discern what's a valuable piece of information and what isn't. And I feel like everybody should do that theoretically, naturally. And you know, even with a trend, if a like for me, I was nitpicking, you know, from a 4.5 star to a 5-star shoe, and what does that entail? Because I wanted the very best shoe. It turns out I didn't end up with the very best boot, actually. Yeah, I got to work, and my coworkers were like, you could have done better selecting a boot."
Yeah, sometimes word of mouth gets you there.
Yeah, you know, and it was just like, oh god damn it, you know, all this strife, all this.
All this reading.
So
of
after all of that,
reviews.
you never thought to go up to some like your
Ask
like
the
supervisor and
coworkers.
just be like, "Hey, what kind of boots do you wear?"
Exactly.
All right, well there you go.
You
That's
know
exactly what happened.
This is like one of those moments at the end of like the sitcom where everyone just like everyone just laugh, like a laugh track at the end of it.
Yep. After all of that, I didn't pick the best
oh,
boot.
Edwin,
Oh,
you silly
Edwin.
goose.
And that was the genesis of this podcast.
Well, all right.
So that brings us to the end of the episode. Make sure to leave us a review, you know? Let us know your thoughts.
Oh yeah, so that other people can read them and totally trust you. We didn't just shit on reviews all this whole episode.
Yeah.
That didn't just happen.
Leave us a 5-star review, and your next podcast from us is going to be free, dude. In your
Oh,
ears.
You know what? Free is. I do like free.
You know, we'll get real deep and personal in your ear.
All right, let's close it out.
All right. You can reach us at our website, tiltednotsure.com, or at our Instagram. You can listen to us on iTunes, Spotify, and YouTube.
Remember to join us to share your questions and voice your thoughts on what has you tilted, not stirred. Bye.
Laxatives in your eggs.
There you have it, folks. Bring tester kits for your eggs at your next hotel visit.